I'm full. Yeah, we've just got back from your Alex's, Soggy's, from a nice Sunday roast.
Legendary Sunday roast.
Yeah,
Alex's Sunday roast.
She does a mean Sunday dinner.
Largely because it's just full of potatoes for you.
Yeah, low carb.
Carb on carb.
Yeah, but the meat's just nicely cooked as well, and
you definitely married the wrong Myers for that.
Yeah, maybe.
Cooking abilities definitely is not my forte.
Well, no, when she invites us around for a Sunday roast, it's like, yeah.
Matthew drops everything.
Yeah, got to.
Busy? No, I'm not. Sunday roast on offer, I'm not busy anymore.
My plans were to lay out and say tea all afternoon, but Alex are cooking.
I'll make the effort to go out for a few hours.
But while we're on the food of...
your topic.
On the food topic, while we're on the topic of food, actually, I've noticed on TikTok over the last couple of days, the Yanks, or the Americans, are going crazy again for British beans on toast.
I mean, it is a classic tea.
It is, but they make videos of themselves eating beans on toast and just never justify how to do it properly, and it's not that hard.
Why? What do they do? Or not do?
Well, they just get a slice of toast and pour a few beans on top that have come out of bloody pan or whatever. But, you know, if you can have beans on toast, it's got to be the full shebang. Proper, 2 slices of toast and a full tin of beans. Not just 5 baked beans on top.
Bit of cheese on top.
Yeah. But this topic came about when we went to Radio 1 back in...
Gosh, God.
What was it, 2019?
It's a few years ago, before pandemic.
Yeah, anyway, Greg James invited me down, didn't he, to
yeah, because you won Star Listener.
Star Listener, yeah. Yeah, he used to do a thing called Star Listener where, like, and he had, like, this spreadsheet of random...
You used to, like, phone in a lot, though, didn't you, when you were...
Well, not phone in, but texting a lot.
Because
as a lorry driver, that's your entertainment all day. And some days when you're doing 12, 13, 14-hour days, you're listening to radio throughout all your day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of like, it's weird to say, but you connect to them on a different level.
Yeah, no, I imagine you feel like you know them.
Yeah, and it's weird to say that.
You spend all day with them.
Yeah, technically. But yeah, he invited us down, didn't he, to Radio 1 to sit on breakfast show.
Yeah. While
we were doing his recording. And but unfortunately, the day that we booked to go down, he booked it off work because he was doing his Tailenders podcast.
Yeah, live.
He was doing it live, wasn't he, at Hackney?
Yeah.
So we kind of like got a double freebie.
Yeah, well, we did. Not kind of, we did.
Yeah, so I think Jim and one of his producers rung me up. Says, what are you doing like the day before you come down? I'm like, no, not a lot, just probably some more sightseeing when we come down. She's like, well, Greg's asked if you want to go to his show at Hackney Empire. I'm like, why not? Yeah. Why not? So yeah, we went to that, watched that show, and then we got
good actually. I'd never seen a podcast. That was my first experience of a podcast, I think.
Yeah, it were really good and really fun.
I didn't know what to expect. Plus, it's sport related, so I thought a lot of it would go over my head, but it didn't. It was.
Yeah, cricket related Tailenders. Yeah. And then obviously after it finished, we went backstage to the stage door to meet Greg.
Yeah, and you decided you needed a toilet.
As always, yeah.
And you came down as you were in
toilet. You were banging on the door, Matt, it's here. I'm like, I'm having a piss, I can't stop pissing. Yeah.
You were nice though, he let us go on stage with him, didn't he?
Well, we asked for a photo, didn't we? And he says, well, better than that, I'll take you on stage. And
then you gave him your crap phone at the time, and the photos it's blurry as all, but
it is, but still it's
you can still tell it's him, can't you?
You can.
It was good.
I met Jimmy Anderson as well in the background.
Jimmy Anderson,
yeah.
I remember meeting him.
And then obviously the next day, then we went to Radio 1
next morning, wasn't it?
Studio, yeah. And I felt like I had to listen because we weren't due to get there till about 8 o'clock. That's what time they invited us from, even though it's on till from like 6:30 at the time, I think it was. And I felt like I had to listen to know what was going off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then also got the, you're weird.
It was quite a bizarre experience, wasn't it?
Yeah, very weird.
So obviously you've got to be really quiet as well, so you can't really say a lot.
Matt Edmondson were filling in for Greg, obviously, but he would normally do it with Molly King. And
you were hoping Molly King were going to be there.
Yeah, she was. She's gone on holiday.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just... Me and you and Matt Edmondson.
And his producer, that young lad.
Will, nice lad.
A nice kid, yeah.
Oh no, there was somebody else. I can't remember his name. James, I want to say.
I can't remember. There's people come in and out throughout though.
Yeah.
Constantly people in out. And then what surprised me was the area where they do Live Lounge.
It's in a corridor.
It don't look like it on Live Lounge.
It's literally, you've got a studio on left hand side and a studio on right hand side and a corridor in the middle.
Because was it Clara Ramfo that were in?
Yeah, she was getting some right dirty
She
looks.
She was auditioning some daggers out.
She was getting some right dirty looks.
Who are these?
Yeah.
Why
are these A-listers?
Why are they sat in there?
Yeah, she just kept looking and all. But for me, I don't like. It didn't sound like anything that goes out on air.
No, it didn't.
The sound, you didn't really hear the sound because obviously it's all soundproofed and it like just felt really quiet.
Yeah, it does.
But then you think about in a radio world, it's just so loud. No matter how loud you've got your stereo, but it just seems louder than what it were in the studio. It didn't feel right to me. It was weird.
Very quiet.
Yeah, and then after radio show finished. In fact, no, while it was going on, what his producer showed him the picture of the shoe at the time, different coloured shoe.
Oh yeah, what
colour do you
see? Yeah,
and the one before that was the black and gold dress.
Yeah.
And he got the black and gold dress up and started showing us around. I said, that puts my theory to bed. He's like, wow, what do you mean? I says, well, you just showed it to Matt, he saw gold. You just shown it to Chloe, she saw blue. You just shown it to me, I saw blue. He says, right, so what's your theory? I'm like, well, I thought there was 2 different photos circulating social media, so depending on what day it were and what photo you seen, you saw different colours. Like, oh, yeah, never thought about that, but yeah, put that theory to bed. But yeah, after the show, then one of the producers, he took us around building, didn't he?
Yes, and we saw Chris Stark.
Yeah, so walking through.
I didn't know we were
Chris
there.
Chris Stark.
Yeah.
So he went over to him and was like, oh, will you come and say hello?
He did come and say hello though, didn't he?
He did, yeah he did. And then I kind of like, I said something that I shouldn't really have said.
Wow, what did you say?
Him and Scott Mills were DJing our Christmas do, and we were in the means to get in our house. And I said to you, I said, I'm not doing a mad one. I'll be home at X whatever time it were because
Famous last words.
We're saving money.
Still famous last words.
And I don't know, it got to about 11 o'clock, 11:30, and they'd still not turned up.
No, I thought that was Nick Grimshaw.
No, Grimmy turned up, because Nick, I can't remember his name, Chris. I said to him that Nick came the previous year, and he said, what, who did you work for? I went, Next. He says, what, in like the head office? Like, no, I was a driver for him. No, that can't be right, I'm like, no, you were there. No, Nick wouldn't have done that, the fee would have been too small for him.
The what fee?
The booking fee would have been too small. I'm like, no, definitely, I've got the picture here to show that Nick was there. But then, he took us around rest at BBC.
We saw him doing the
BBC
News. We saw him doing newsroom, didn't we?
Yeah, downstairs. And then he took us outside, and then he said, go to dancing, Scott. And then he says, don't look behind you, Scott is there. Don't make it obvious, but he is walking in behind you to coffee shop.
Oh, yeah.
Because is that Nero
we
Coffee?
Went outside where they do, not One Direction.
One show.
We
did One
Direction. I know where that comes from. I'm not weird to this.
Yeah, but he wanted to take us in there, didn't he? But they were filming.
They were filming One Show.
They weren't filming One Show. It was something else. They used that studio for.
They were filming something in it.
Yeah, so we couldn't get in. But
yeah. Anyway, you were talking about they mentioned that when we went to BBC Radio 1, the beans on toast.
Oh yeah, I've gone proper.
You've gone right bend there to get to it.
Yeah, so they were talking about it then, about the beans on toast that had gone viral on TikTok or whatever it were at the time. And I said to Matt Edmondson, it just winds me up. That video just winds me up because they're not doing it right. And then when it were his link, it basically repeated on the radio what I was saying. Yeah. I was thinking, why don't you just get me on air? Why don't you just press, unmute me and let me F and Jeff everywhere.
You are way too potty mouth to be allowed on air at that time of the morning.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been pretty cool, to be fair, though.
It let you sit in chair, you sat in chair, you've got your photo taken. In fact, that was there and all.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Sat in chair.
Yeah, in the hot seat.
Bells and whistles
buttons,
there.
Yeah. No, pretty random, but cool.
It was very random.
Yeah,
once in a lifetime kind of thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You're never going to do it again.
No, I wouldn't have thought so.
Yeah, a good day out though, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the treated us really nice as well, to be honest.
They did,
were really kind and friendly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just a couple from Barnsley and just been treated a bit like A-listers.
Yeah.
In some way, like, oh, come and watch out for these, yeah. But yeah, moving on. So anyway, I think we kind of wanted to speak about his honeymoon really in this episode, even though it's not started off in that way.
No, it started off random, but that's what we are random, aren't we?
I suppose we are. That's what I'm known for, my randomness.
Very random.
So yeah, obviously last year we finally got to go on his proper honeymoon.
The one we originally booked.
Pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, went to Rhodes near Faliraki. Can't remember what the hotel was called, but it was a really nice hotel.
I can't remember what it was called.
And we got his own private pool.
Yeah, that's going to be difficult going back to sharing a pool with other people.
Yeah.
Because you've just got the luxury of, I can just float about
in my pool
for as long as I want. I'm not upsetting nobody. Nobody's kid's gonna come and bomb next to me and spray me with a load of water.
Yeah, we've got a long balcony. Whatever a balcony or because we're on the bottom floor.
Patio, it's like
with his own sun lounges, and then got his own pool. You could swim up then to get out and then get into the main pool.
Yeah.
But obviously I swum up to get out to the bar.
Yeah. Every 5 minutes.
And then I clicked on people are walking across the walls.
They were, yeah.
So yeah, instead of pulling it and wet, it's just climb across the wall and go to the bar, because it was a really long walk all the way around otherwise.
To go out of your main door, it were, yeah. To go back out your room, you'd all the way back round to resort bar.
Yeah, and then obviously you only get little piddly cups, so by the time you've got there, drank it, on your way back, it's time to go back again.
Yeah, but you had a little way of getting around the piddly cup.
I did. I took my own plastic 1 pint cup from cricket from when I went to Headingley other year. Took 2 pint cups. But no, it was really, really lovely hotel, and it was the first time I'd driven abroad as well.
Yeah, we decided to hire a car, didn't we?
Little Yaris.
Yeah,
automatic.
Brilliant little.
It was,
a great little machine, wasn't it? It got us where we wanted to go.
So I went down to Lindos on the morning really.
Yeah, before it got really hot. Well, I said before it got really hot. We made a bobo, didn't we? We picked hottest day of the week.
You did, to go out in car.
I did.
But yeah, I went down to Lindos, had a walk around Lindos.
Lindos is lovely.
It was
bit manic.
Yeah, really busy.
Very busy, and it's all very narrow.
Mm-hmm. So went down onto this little beach. But right random, because you just got people like donkeys.
There's donkeys everywhere,
Yeah, just people jumping on these donkeys and walking up and down streets, riding donkeys.
It just upset me how many adults
got on them.
It was upsetting me. I'm like, you're a grown man. Get off that animal.
Especially how warm it was.
I know it's hot. I'm flagging, but come on.
And it was quite hilly in places.
Very hilly.
But them donkeys, Jesus,
I just feel bad for them. That's not for me, that.
No.
I want to be able to get on one of them.
And then we drove back from Lindos back to hotel.
We drove to Arbour at Faliraki.
Yes.
We're at Arbour.
Yeah, they're like a little chapel church thing.
Yeah, and we had a little walk around that. That was lovely.
Yeah.
And then we went back to his hotel. Did we have his all-inclusive dinner?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm not paying for it.
Inclusive. And then that evening we drove into Rhodes.
Yeah, which was nice.
Old Town.
Yes.
Which is lovely.
Mm-hmm. It's like it's built in, isn't it? So
yeah, it's all like behind a wall.
Yeah, you park on a side street and then you walk into a bit like York and Chester again, where you're walking into the grounds of it, and it's a wall that runs around the village or the town, whatever you want to call it. And then I don't know, we're going to the main square of it, and everybody just come up to you.
Oh, they were a bit.
I can give you the best view of my, best view for food, best view for. I'm like, not really.
I just want to have a wander first. Leave me alone. Let me wander.
And then if I want to come for a drink, I'll come and sit there.
Yeah, a lot of shops were the same.
Yeah, there were
a lot of shops where a lot of them were repetitive. A lot of them sold the same.
Yeah, it was very
same sort of stuff.
Scooby-Doo was Peter Kay. Chicken vol-au-vents clock. Chicken vol-au-vents.
It was a bit same,
yeah,
wasn't it?
All very repetitive.
And then there were that big cruise liner there, because it's where cruisers dock into it.
I've never been up close to a ship.
I've not.
But that was massive.
It was huge, wasn't it?
Massive. But it's still not got me interested in going on one.
Not particularly. I'm terrible at motion.
Yeah.
I mean, we went on a pedalo for half an hour, and I think I was green.
Yeah.
Right,
Well, you do feel all waves on bloody pedalo.
Yeah, half an hour was quite sufficient for me.
Yeah.
That were enough.
And then I got my big expensive tattoo.
Oh, God, yeah. Bloody tattoo.
I needed a cover up.
No, what you said to me while we were walking down Faliraki Strip, like we do, Faliraki Strip, me and you.
We're all kids.
We're all 20-year-olds. And you said, I want a sentimental tattoo seeing as it says honeymoon. And I'm like, that's really lovely. Do you know what? I hate tattoos, but that's a really lovely idea. So he goes in tattoo shop, comes back out, grinning from ear to ear. Yeah, this is one. I'm going here. I'm going to have this one done. I'm going to come back. It was the day we hired a car. You went back and you got a
drop deposit
off for him, and I went across to that bar and got me a drink because I knew you'd been gone a while. Little did I know you'd absolutely bankrolled us for this said tattoo that was supposed to be sentimental. And what is your tattoo, Matthew?
It's Eau Rouge, which is
what's Eau Rouge? What is that relevance to mine and yours honeymoon in Greece?
We're not in Greece, but we've walked up Eau Rouge.
Yeah, but not on a honeymoon.
Eau Rouge is like the most famous banked hill corner.
It's a hill on an F1 track.
On an F1 track at Spa-Francorchamps.
That's the one.
Belgium.
Matthew wiped out all his holiday spending money with this big ass tattoo on his arm.
No, but like I said, I needed a cover up, so
that were obviously it. And how long were you there? You were gone about 5 hours, weren't you?
Yeah, got a lot of my last day gone. Yeah, I didn't.
You purposely did it round your last day, though, didn't you? So that.
Well, no, you got to anyway because
you couldn't get it
obviously
wet.
not. Yeah, you did go in swimming pool. You can't go in sea.
Yeah.
Because you get infected. You're meant to keep them covered up for at least 24 hours, and then. Yeah.
Yeah, bloody tattoo.
And then I got another one, didn't I? When we've just been spent.
Yeah, and we're another occasion where you think I'm an idiot. I'm just going to go shop and get some tinnies. Right, all right. Half an hour passes by. I can see it shop, and I know you're not in it because I can see it even without my glasses on. I can see it shop, and then you come walking back down beach with this piece of paper in your hand, and I'm sat there going, "He's just been paid for another tattoo. I'm going to absolutely kill him." Well, I just needed to have another one.
Yeah.
It's a new tradition. You set your son off, innit?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
And now you've got a Spanish bull on your ankle.
Got a Spanish bull. A little Taurus bull. I mean,
Taurus bull on his ankle.
You used to go to Spain quite a lot as a kid, and in fact, the place we used to go called Taurus Park.
Oh yeah, then we decided one at nights we would go out into Faliraki. Because obviously Faliraki, I didn't realise when we first booked it that Faliraki used to be like party.
Yeah, they used to
be
be
that programme that you're on about.
Yeah, there used to be a programme back in early 2000s or something like Faliraki Nightlife.
Yeah,
a bit like Club Rep thing.
Ibiza Weekend.
Yeah, pretty much like that.
Yeah, and we decided we were gonna go out
for my birthday around Faliraki.
Yeah, and it got to like midnight. I mean, you were like,
"It's not even open yet."
No, it's open, and I'm absolutely shattered. Matty's been up karaoke 5 times to get used to being in front of people singing same song.
Arctic Monkeys, Mardible.
Yeah. Like, come on, we'll have a wander. We'll see if nightclubs are open, and then we decided. We were too old.
Well, they car wash place.
They were a car wash place.
As we were heading home,
they were queuing to get in it, weren't there? And they must have been like 18.
Yeah, they were all really, really young.
They'd got trainers on.
Yeah.
None of them looked particularly nice. I mean, you were like,
no.
Nah, I literally look like the grandma.
We'll
leave humans to it.
Yeah. Yeah, so obviously for my comedy thing, obviously I needed to get used to like speaking in front of people and standing in front of people. So yeah, I did quite a lot of karaoke, which is
you did on that.
It's not something I've ever really done, but I've just thought, got to do it. I've got to get some practice in while I'm on holiday and not doing my comedy practicing.
And they were literally a room full of strangers.
Yeah.
Or a lot of them not English. They didn't know what you were saying.
The bar in Faliraki though, the karaoke bar. The stage was pretty much in the window to the street.
And it was weird because the stage was circular and in the middle of the bar.
Yeah.
So, like, everyone, even people on the
passing
street,
by,
can watch us stopping.
And also speakers
people.
are going outside as well. So I'm just singing to Faliraki, Mardy boys.
With your proper Barnsley accent.
Barnsley accent, yeah.
It was funny.
Yeah.
But you got used to being in front of people.
Yeah, it did.
So it served a purpose and it were a laugh.
And I weren't even that bad, I heard.
No, you weren't. Well, I filmed you.
Yeah.
Apart from the first time I filmed you, I couldn't see you.
What
I was filming nothing and I'm like, oh crap, he's over there.
He's over there. Oh, you're from DJ or something?
Probably, yeah. I didn't have my glasses on and I was sat at back.
I think you sent it to Anna, and
yeah,
she said, I can't really take it because he don't even sound that bad. I was expecting it to been dreadful, but he actually
you were
did
good,
right.
John, you were good.
I mean, it was amazing. But yeah, and then obviously, because I missed a week of comedy training, I thought that would be an excuse to do his whole missing session. But yeah, we're still not going to really talk about my comedy journey.
Why?
I don't know.
We will. We will talk about the comedy journey at some point.
Might as well talk about it now, I think. I don't know.
Go for it.
I haven't really got much written down this week.
Well, to be fair, you did it not long after we come back off as honeymoon.
Well, I'd already started it.
Yeah, you'd started your training. I mean, your gig.
Oh yeah, that was back end of July, wasn't it? Yeah. So I suppose a comedy thing. It was an advert I seen on Facebook for ultra comedy, like the boxing events, ultra boxing. And I screenshot it. I mean, I was sat in house watching football. You were sat in Ghana. I could see you clear as day. And I screenshot it and sent it. And you just looked up. You went, "Not for me, are you?"
No, I'm horrified at the idea of me doing that.
Well, me, I'm thinking about doing it. You're not funny. Oh.
I didn't say that.
Well, more or less did. So yeah, I signed up. Didn't expect to hear anything back actually because I didn't know how. I don't know.
I didn't know how legit it were. I must admit, when you sent me, I was like, "How legit is this? What is it going?"
Well, originally it said 30 people, which I thought, well, if people are sending like massive essays then I'm probably not even going to get a sniff. But anyway, I got a text day after saying I've been successful.
Yeah.
And then we were meeting in Sheffield then for 8 weeks.
Once a week, didn't you?
Once a week at 3 Tons in Sheffield.
And that became your new favourite bar.
Favourite bar. So yeah, we just all gathered on a Monday. Started off lightly at first, just like writing jokes and learning how to write jokes, different styles of jokes, which all went over my head because I'm not a natural joke teller.
Your comedy's not standing and telling jokes. It's stories. It's life experiences and things like that, isn't it?
So a lot of stuff that we're learning. Bless you. A lot of stuff I weren't learning. Weren't resignating. I weren't really taking it
in.
No. I just kept writing stuff. But then, obviously, you work with your class then to help tweak it by performing it and thinking, well, that'd work better there, that'll work there, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I did mine for Mind. Yeah. Raise money for Mind.
You raised a lot of money.
I did, yeah. I think it was about 650 quid.
Nearly £700, wasn't it?
Which, to be honest, I didn't think I'd get 40 quid.
No, it was brilliant. A lot of people got behind you. And
they did, yeah. Massive support.
Sponsored you, which was lovely.
And that's something else that's scary as well, is obviously you've got to sell the tickets.
That's it, yeah. Oh, yeah, and they were very strict on that one.
Yeah, you got to sell 10 tickets at least.
10 tickets at least.
Which doesn't sound a lot.
No, but it is because they weren't overly cheap either.
No, they weren't. They were 25 quid. Plus a booking fee or whatever, admin fee.
It were a lot to ask of people.
It were, and then obviously they're sponsoring you as well, which was it's much appreciated. But yeah, the support that I got from everybody was just
brilliant.
Unreal, to be honest.
Your work friends were fantastic.
Yeah, really good. And then obviously it come to the live day, and I'm thinking, I hope I'm not on near last.
No.
Because
it were a long ass show.
Yeah.
Because there were too many of you.
There were. I said they were meant to be 30, but they ended up being about 40.
There were a lot of you.
But then again, no, on the live day, I think there were about 27 of us actually.
I can't remember.
But we were meant to have 5 minutes, and some people did go over. You know, they were told to reduce, but they didn't, but, you know, hey, oh,
No.
what can you do?
What can you do? They're doing it, aren't they? You can't go on stage and stop them halfway and go, right, time's up.
You'll have your 5, get off. But yeah, I were hoping I was going to be one at first and on because it meant I could have then had a drink.
And enjoy it.
I had to stay relatively sober for a while.
Yeah, because you were near last.
I was the third to last.
Yeah, you were.
I said to Graham, like, why have you put me on the end? I said, I'm shit. He says, that's salt more fucking tickets. That's got to go on the end. Oh, for God's sake.
Damn it, it's a bloody curse selling all these tickets.
Yeah, so I think I were on court for quite a lot of afternoon in venue. And then just before I went on, because we went up in groups up into green room, as they call it. So we were set into 4 sections. And just before we went to bar, I got 4 cans of Red Stripe.
Took them on stage with
and she's popping them. I'm like, oh no, I'm performing. I'm taking upstairs. She says, sorry, I've got to pop them.
Why?
It's just a safety thing, isn't it? So you can't throw a can at somebody else, I think. She says, oh, but what I can do is I can give her a discount. I'm like, oh, all right, fair enough. That'll do. A little sweetener. Yeah. But yeah, then I took upstairs and I just needed like a comfort blanket to walk onto stage.
That and all, and it takes the edge off, doesn't it?
But then I never even touched it. So I took.
You took it. You had it in your hand.
I did. I took it, put it on stage, and I left it there. But as I walked on, obviously Graham walked over towards me to either shake my hand or give me a hug. And he's hugging me, and I'm like, don't let me go, Graham, don't let me go. Don't let me go. And then he let me and walked off. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah, you did so well. You flustered a tiny little bit.
I did fluster, and that's when I'm thinking, why didn't I go and get a drink? Because nobody would have known.
No, they wouldn't have known.
If I'd have
I only knew you'd flustered because I knew you set.
Yeah. And
it weren't an obvious fluster. It were a bit of a moment where I could tell with your eyes that your mind had gone a bit blank.
I weren't expecting the reaction that I got from like me opening line or two.
Yeah, you did so well.
And
your work colleagues were.
Yeah.
Shouting and screaming for you.
I just wasn't expecting it. It threw me off completely. But the purpose of my set were like you said earlier, life experiences and stuff that I can relate to that's been part of my life growing up. And I kept it about me, and for that reason, so that I could just naturally flow it.
Yeah.
But then it still didn't work because I got sidetracked. But no, after that, I did pretty much tie it all together and got through it.
You did really well. It's not something I would have ever been able to do.
I enjoyed it, and obviously I went on to do a couple of open mics.
Nights, yeah, they're torture.
Yeah, because you have people like me turn up that think they're funny and they're just not.
Yeah, no, it's just some. It's some people that do it in it. I'm like, oh wow, this is.
Yeah, you don't realise.
I feel like I need to laugh because I feel rude.
Rude not to.
Not laughing.
When there's only you and 3 others in the room.
But wow, it's like pulling teeth, isn't it? Some of them.
But I mean, I kind of stopped doing them a little bit because
you haven't done much recently.
I weren't really writing, but my material myself bored me. I know.
Yeah, because you were using the same material at each time.
Yeah, and I just weren't really advancing on that and making any new stuff, and it's quite difficult. And
you were still 10 times better than every single one of them on that open mic night I went to.
I don't know.
You were.
But yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I'd love to be like the next PK, Michael McIntyre, whatever, on big stage, but never gonna get to that.
You never know.
Never gonna get to that.
If you quit, then you'll never get there. But if you carry it on.
There was that lad, weren't they, that was supporting Michael McIntyre? I can't remember
his name. He was really funny.
And you said he reminded me. You reminded. I can't speak.
He reminded me of you.
Yeah, just with his presence and stuff like that. I can't remember his name.
I never remember the names.
I've seen him on TikTok a couple of times, but yeah, I can't really remember his name.
No, I don't know if I ever knew it, to be honest.
I've just read TikTok on your sheet talking about TikTok. The fucking not banned, but they've muted one of his videos. The caravanning episode, I think it is.
Why?
They've taken sound off it, so I've looked into it. Copyright.
Copyright what?
Copyright who?
What?
There's only us two talking about us all. How's that copyright?
Talking about his caravan.
So I've gone into it a bit more. We've copyrighted silence for 2 minutes and 5 seconds or something.
What does that mean?
Apparently, well, it must not have picked up his voice for about 2 minutes, so it reckons we've copyrighted a song called Silence that's silence.
What?
So it's taken all the sound out of the bloody video. That's mad.
That's yeah. I mean, if you were playing a bloody tune in it that were actually copyright, I could understand. But the fact that we just weren't talking for a bit of time is not copyright of anything.
But we weren't silent really for any amount of time because I edit everything out anyway. So we were talking throughout the whole stuff. So whether it's like his voice just dropped off a little bit, I don't know. But he's picked it up as copyright. So
oh well, we're fraudulent.
Get on YouTube.
We're fraudulent. We're copywriters.
Yeah. I was going to say something else and I can't remember. Oh, that were it. For this last, well, it's not last, but for this last freebie, I wanted to do a TikTok live.
All right. Which one?
What
do you mean?
Like a podcast TikTok live. Go on TikTok live and do a podcast.
Yeah.
But you've got to have 1,000 followers to be able just to even do a live.
Really?
We've got 44. So get liking, get sharing, get subscribing.
No, don't actually, because I don't want to do a live.
Pass it on to everybody. And we'll do me and Chloe will do a live.
Right, so the deal is, if you do a live TikTok, then you've got to do one of my TikToks.
TikTok trends?
TikTok trends.
Well, that might be part of the live, doing a TikTok trend, you never know.
Oh,
Don't stitch me up, guys.
Yeah.
So, are we going to go and get settled?
Get settled, yeah, it is Sunday night.
Get settled, it's Sunday night.
And I'm made up with cold.
Step Monty for a little WALK.
Yes, you cannot say the word.
Can't spell it. I can't say it, sorry.
Can't spell it. Can't spell.
Can't spell it. Yeah, get a shower, get comfy.
Get settled.
Get some noodles ordered.
Noodles, God. We'll never have no money. I was going to save a piece of birthday cake, but...
I'm not a sweet parson anymore.
Not a sweet parson.
Not parson. Sweet parson, darling. No, I ain't got a sweet tooth so much. I'm more savoury.
Yeah, no, I must admit I am.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're ordering noodles, I'll not turn them down, but...
Yes. Got some noodles.
Some noodles it is.
Right, guys, we're going to get settled. Thanks for listening. See you later, Monty. Is that your little shaking goodbye?
Shake.
See you later.
See you later.